You know what really separates a good manager from a great one? It's not just about having a gut feeling, it's about having the right tool for the right job at the right time. Every great manager has this secret weapon, a powerful toolkit they can dig into to solve pretty much any problem and jump on any opportunity. So today we're going to open that toolkit up and see exactly what's inside.
Okay, so picture this. You're the boss, and your business is sinking, and fast. What's your first move? That is a high-stakes question, right? Your answer could literally make or break the entire company. Let's make this real with a scenario. Imagine this is your coffee shop. Last year, things were amazing. This year, oof. Sales have been chopped in half. Customer complaints have exploded by, 100 times? And your profit, it's pretty much vanished. Heck, even your staff doesn't want to show up for work. Now, these numbers look grim for sure, but they're also incredibly valuable.
And that's because these numbers, these are your key performance indicators, or KPIs. They're basically the vital signs of your business. Think of them like the dashboard in your car. The dashboard doesn't tell you how to fix the engine, but it'll flash a big red warning light to show you exactly where the problem is.
So here's the crucial part. Once you've used those KPIs to figure out what's wrong, then you can open your manager's toolkit and find the right strategy to fix it. Today, we're going to explore 3 essential trays in that kit: people, operations, and growth. All right, first up, the people tray. And we're starting here because, let's be honest, a business's greatest asset will always be its people. If your team isn't performing, nothing else you do is going to matter. So what does a people problem actually look like in the data?
Well, look at this situation. You've got a creative marketing firm filled with brilliant, talented people, but the KPIs are screaming that people are leaving in droves and calling in sick all the time. This is a classic sign that morale has just hit rock bottom. So what tool do you grab from the kit?
Well, you might reach for a change in management style. Imagine that highly creative team being led by a manager who is completely autocratic, making every single decision, shutting down ideas left and right. It's a total mismatch, and it just crushes creativity. By shifting to a more participative style where ideas are actually encouraged, you can rebuild that trust and get that creative energy flowing again.
And hey, this is just one tool in the people tray. If customer complaints are through the roof, maybe specific staff training is the answer. If a manager is totally overwhelmed and becoming a bottleneck, then improving their delegation skills is key. And if motivation is just lagging everywhere, maybe it's time to look at something like performance-related pay. You see, it's all about matching the right people-focused tool to the problem your KPIs have flagged for you.
But, even the most motivated team in the world needs efficient systems to succeed. And that brings us to our next tray, operations. This is the engine room of the business, where the right strategies can improve quality, boost efficiency, and directly juice that bottom line.
So, our next KPI problem is a high level of wastage. I want you to picture a fancy, fine dining restaurant. They're literally throwing away thousands of dollars in unsold, perishable stuff like lobster and caviar every single week. It's a huge drain on profits. So which tool do we use here?
The tool for this job is called lean production. The whole idea is to systematically hunt down and eliminate waste. So instead of a push system, where you make tons of food and just hope it sells, a lean approach uses a pull system. Basically, nothing gets made until a customer actually orders it. They pull the product through the system on demand. And the impact is huge. You end up using your resources way more efficiently, which of course lowers your costs. And because each item is made fresh to order, quality and customer satisfaction often go up. It's a really powerful combination. Now, this idea of efficiency isn't just for small businesses. Another powerful tool in the operations tray is large-scale cost cutting. I mean, look at Telstra. They set a public goal to slash their operational costs by $500 million. It just goes to show you, whether you're saving money on caviar or on corporate overhead, the goal is exactly the same: work smarter. So we fixed our people problems, we've streamlined our operations. Now for the most exciting tray in the whole toolkit: growth. This is where we stop just fixing problems and start actively hunting for new opportunities to expand. Take a look at this number: $36 billion. Just let that sink in for a second. What do you think this could possibly represent? It's a massive, massive figure, and it points to one of the most powerful growth tools of all. That was Pfizer's revenue in a single year from their innovative mRNA vaccine.
This is the raw power of innovation. See, it's not just about improving something that already exists, it's about creating something entirely new that can open up massive, untapped markets and generate just incredible revenue.
Growth also means thinking globally. Businesses can use global sourcing to find better or cheaper materials, like a chocolatier getting unique cocoa beans all the way from Ghana. They can use overseas manufacturing to cut production costs, or they can even use global outsourcing to tap into specialized expertise, like an insurance firm using an overseas call center for their customer support.
And one of the cleverest growth tools is redeploying resources. Remember during the pandemic when demand for hand sanitizer went through the roof? What did a lot of gin distilleries do? They didn't shut down. They pivoted. They used their existing equipment and their ingredients, their resources, to start making hand sanitizer. They seized a brand new, totally unexpected opportunity. So smart.
So there you have it, the 3 trays of the manager's toolkit. But look, having the tools is one thing. Knowing how to actually use them is everything. It's all about creating a strategic process, moving from diagnosis to decisive action.
This process really brings it all together. First, a problem appears in your KPIs. Then, you diagnose the root cause. You open your toolkit and select the best strategy, whether it's from the people, operations, or growth tray. You take action. And finally, and this is crucial, you go back and measure the KPIs again to see if your solution actually worked. It's a continuous loop of improvement.
So what are the key takeaways from all this? First, you've got to learn to read your KPIs. They are the language of your business's health. Second, start thinking of your strategies as a toolkit, organized by people, operations, and growth. Third, remember that real success comes from matching the right tool to the right problem. And finally, don't just play defense. Use these tools proactively to go out and create your future.
Which leaves us with one final thought. Of all the tools in this entire kit, from changing a management style to launching a global innovation, which one do you think has the power to truly, completely transform a business? The answer probably changes depending on the problem, right? Thanks for joining us.